Hello everybody and welcome to our second episode of 321 Yum. My name is John, this is Molly, and today we have a very special guest with us. This is my daughter Greta. Can you say hi, Greta? Hi. And Molly, what are we going to be making today?
Smashed tacos.
With ground turkey, right?
Ground turkey.
Awesome.
We also made a pico de gallo, but we can also do the store bought version.
Store-bought jarred salsa.
And then we do cheddar cheese, and we can get going on this.
And tell us what we have here for spices.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to add these spices, which is garlic powder, pepper, chili powder, oregano, paprika, and coriander.
Awesome.
And I got maybe salt, I've said already.
Awesome.
And then we're going to add them. Greta, you want to help?
Sure.
Okay. All right, then.
All right, can you help dump in the
You want to do the fancy part?
plate of spices?
Okay.
Nice.
That's why I wore the gloves. I don't get messy.
Awesome.
All right, so you can start stirring that.
Here, I'll help you. Yep. Perfect. And we are with the Rutland County Parent-Child Center, and this is through our Food Access and Education Program. We are going to be offering most of these items in our pantry so that you can make these at home. How's it going there, Greta?
Pretty good, actually.
Awesome.
All right, I think we have enough stirring in there.
Yes.
So
Awesome.
now we're going to do the smashing part.
Awesome.
John, you want to do some, or do you want?
Yeah,
us to do-
sure. I
Okay.
think, yeah.
So basically the measurements are probably like 1/4 of a cup. You put down your cheese. You can actually put a little olive oil in there.
Awesome. Kind of spread it around, right?
Spread it around so it goes on the edges. You want to do it that way. Maybe that's a little too thick. Greta, you can
You
help.
want to spread that one around, Greta?
And then you're going to take almost like the size of a medium-sized, I might do this wrong, meatball. What do you think? That's good?
Awesome.
Good. Looks good.
And then we'll do this, and then we can all smash them together. You want to make sure your hamburger is pressed out to the
you got
sides
this.
so it's nice and flat.
Nice. Actually, it might be easier with your hand.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, actually.
Go ahead and use your hands.
Okay.
Awesome.
Ooh.
And you can further smash it a little bit after you put it onto the griddle.
Sometimes turkey can seem a little bit stickier than ground beef, which you can also use.
Correct.
Kind of feels like tuna.
Yeah, kind of like that.
All right, so then John takes over on this end of things.
Awesome. Greta, do you want to go rinse off real quick?
Yeah, I'll go and talk.
Awesome. All right, so next we want to take a little bit of the oil here. Is that good, Molly?
That's pretty good.
All right.
You want to go light so it doesn't become really greasy.
Yeah,
And around 300 to 350, you can kind of play around with it to see. Basically, you want this to crisp up. And with the cheese, it will. Cheddar cheese crisps up better than mix, like a Mexican mix.
All right, Greta, watch this. I don't want to mess this up.
You can do it. You can
One,
do it.
2, 3. Awesome.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3. And then
Don't
Greta's.
get burned.
Right?
Oh, and also
important.
there's 2 taco stuck to that.
Oh, okay.
We can flip it over,
Yeah.
baby.
Pull that extra one off.
There
Nice.
it goes.
While those are cooking, we should do the sour cream. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
So basically what we've done is we've made our own sour cream for kind of a food science. Now for the food science portion. Today we're going to make sour cream. We're going to be using milk, heavy cream, and we're going to be using white vinegar for our lactic acid. So you take 1/4 milk, 1/4 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, and you're adding it to an already cup of heavy cream. You're going to shake, shake, shake very well. And what has to happen, it has to sit in the refrigerator for 24 hours for it to have the consistency of our homemade sour cream. You can take the honors of shake, shake, shake.
You want to shake it?
Make sure that top's on good. And what you have to really do is shake it well, because it is heavy cream and it would thicken pretty quickly, but it is a day process, right?
Yeah.
And so what it ends up doing is it gets to be this consistency, which is fun. It's not as thick as store-bought because they use artificial thickeners, but this is just as tasty, if not better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Certainly healthier and less additive.
that's right, exactly.
Wow, look at those, Greta. What do you think?
And that's, yeah.
Yeah.
John, you're the best cooker ever.
You're pretty good. I can't lie.
I don't know. I think Molly's better than I am,
I
like
don't know.
quantitatively
You
and
know, I have one
qualitatively.
of these at home. This
Really?
one's a nice one, it really
This is nice, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Greta, you're doing great.
There's this little grease trap here.
See if we keep shaking it.
I feel like the cream is like whipped cream.
It is. That's what, this heavy cream is whipped cream without it being whipped.
Don't get too much cheese on that. Don't get all the cheese.
This kid doesn't love cheese.
What?
Right.
I'm just saying. Don't get all the cheese.
You know, if you think about it, a lot of kids just aren't introduced to that stuff. It took me a long time to get used to any
She
of
just
that kind of
doesn't,
food.
she's never been, she'll eat it, but you've never loved cheese.
Do you like butter?
She loves butter.
Next time we should do flavored butters. A butter board. We could make our own bread, our own focaccia, and then do flavored butters.
Or like a cobbler, like blueberry cobbler.
That's completely different from what I said. But I feel like you like a cobbler. Okay,
All
ready?
right, I think we're ready to start turning them, guys. All right,
Okay.
Alright.
let's try, this is the first one I put down.
Takes about, what, 2 to 3 minutes
Yeah,
on the
a
hamburger
lot,
and
some of
cheese
that
side.
depends on your griddle or,
Yep. Ooh.
Good.
Num num.
oh, that one's good.
Yeah, and the cheddar cheese does crisp up.
Wait, which one?
Better
Did
than the
I
mixed
forget? Is this
blend.
one?
I think that was yours. But you can have whatever one you want, bud.
And what we've tried, right, is you take them off and you kind of put them flat and squeeze them so the bottom gets square.
Right.
And it can sit up on its own.
Right, and we found that if you go ahead and turn them into a taco shape early after taking off the
There you go.
griddle, like they don't stay flat.
So it's at 350 or 3?
350 is what I have this one set for.
About 350.
350.
350.
And like Molly said, you can use ground beef. We're using ground turkey just to keep down on the fat. But I've also heard of people using, I think there's a couple of brands at the grocery store that use like a vegan or vegetarian crumble. That's also fine too.
You can use ground chicken.
Ground chicken?
Yeah. Ground chicken's delicious.
But it would be more complicated.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Good word.
Yeah, no,
Not
not
too
too
much.
much.
But the hamburger parts
Yeah.
of the burger would be a little bit more like easier because
Yeah.
they are flat and you can move them better.
Yeah.
Nice.
True.
And
You
chicken
think
just
they're
goes
ready?
around. But you
Or
can
you-
still use chicken.
Yeah.
Just gonna tell you that.
I think that we are getting there. Do you want to try one? You
I
want
wanna
to try to
try
pull one
one.
off? All right, let's pull this one off first.
Okay. My hands are used to heat, Greta, but I would maybe say for you, let's see. So if you do press this down, ready to roll, see? It kind of stays that way. But you need the second one to lean into it. Oops, look at that.
Ooh, this looks good.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, of course, you could add more cheese I would add more cheese because I'm a cheeseaholic.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So if you sit them up,
Does those look nice, Greta?
what do you think?
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
And then we'd use a little pico de gallo, I mean my version, our version of it, with guacamole, cilantro, lime juice, tomato, and red onion.
Nice.
Do you want some on yours?
Sure.
Alrighty then.
Wait, that's mine?
It's either one.
Yeah, anyone that you want.
Yeah,
though.
anyone. Fair. That's fair.
You think so? Am I being fair?
Yeah,
I like
you're
it.
being so fair.
Thank you. And then
And then-
I
here's
don't know how to
the
say it.
homemade version of sour cream, which again tends to be and look a little less thick. But it's good, isn't it, Greta?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And maybe. Oh,
Ah.
That's fine.
Okay, John didn't want any sour cream, then if you want to make it look pretty, of course you can do this. Top it with a little cilantro,
Beautiful.
and there you
Awesome.
have it.
Awesome.
Smashed
Alright.
tacos with pico de gallo.
Don't those look good, Greta?
Yeah, that looks pretty
You want to give one a try? Wait, maybe we'll wait 1 minute and then we'll.
Without stinging your
Yeah.
mouth. I like it.
And the hot oil tacos. All right, Greta, you want to give it a try? Which one do you want to try?
Try this one. It seems like, well, you know what? I won't tell you. You choose.
I'll choose that one.
The one in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since I am in the middle.
Exactly.
Good thinking, Lincoln. Here. Oh, it's going to be a spicy hot.
Spicy hot?
Here's
No,
one.
wrong. Good bite.
Nice.
That is actually good.
It is. You want us to make it again at home?
If you want.
Okay.
All right, there you have it.
Awesome. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you next time.